Best not miss. go, share the show, get this thing going. Embrace the grace up in this mother effing place, right? Let's go. You know what it is. Share the show, hit that like button. Let's go. Share the show, hit that button. Let's get to it, people. Which one of my accounts is this? I don't even know which account I'm on. I got one with 50,000 and one with 100. But it's all good. Shout out to all of my day ones and my stay ones. People. I think we on the wrong account. Maybe we not. Listen, greatness up in this mother feeling love. I think we on the wrong TikTok account. I think we on the one with 100 subscribers. But my guy over here is setting it off. But listen, topic of today's show, people. You know we're going to jump right into this thing. True or false? Shout out to my man's greatness over here rocking with us. Showing love to the show. My man's. But listen, we're going to delve right off into this thing. There's a lot of problems going on right now. And we're going to be very partial today. For those of you who don't know, if you catch me looking at multiple different screens, it's because we're on multiple different screens. We're rocking on TikTok. We're rocking on Instagram. We're rocking on Facebook. Sorry, YouTube and Facebook. But, you know, we have these problems in the Black community. Here's what no one wants to say. Our women were programmed to be something that men don't want. Our women were programmed, child, focus on your education so you don't need a man. This is what was prepared for us as women. The thing about that is, most men don't want wives who are business owners and CEOs, right? Because most assuredly, the CEO that she has to be at work is often going to become a part of who she is, right? And most men don't want the tough, aggressive, masculine features that a CEO sometimes has to be in their woman. Now, I'm not saying that it's wrong for her to have these grandiose ambitions and things like that. I'm saying she's wrong for men who are looking for a soft, feminine, cooperative woman to marry. And this is the clash that we're having right now. Our women were taught to be everything that most men don't want. Unfortunately, the majority of African American women have been taught to be. I think you guys need to know this too. Have you guys ever paid attention to African American men? We are the most masculine group of men on the planet. We're rough, we're rugged, we're raw, we're tough. So it would stand to understand that we wouldn't be able to deal with a masculine woman. There's going to be conflict. If you don't believe that there's going to be conflict in that dynamic, then look at it like this. What happens when have you guys ever noticed that for the most part, when two African American men are walking down the street, I've had friends of mine of different races say, how come you guys don't speak at each other? Like sometimes that's crazy. It's because it's almost like two lions walking down the street. I know what's inside of him. He knows what's inside of me, right? When our masculinity clashes, we clash. Something happens. So you can't have masculinity too, or we're going to clash. We're going to clash. And that's what you see taking place in the African American community. Listen, I want this to be as crazy to everybody else as it is to me. Do you guys understand how crazy it is that black men and black women can't get along? We're fighting. You guys don't understand that that's crazy? It's not taking place in any other community. That's crazy. We are into it like two dudes are into it. So if that's the case, where do the families come from? Where do the families come from? I agree. Listen, Andre said that has a lot to do with absentee fathers when a mother is telling them you don't need a man. The reason that I don't like the phrase absentee fathers is it assumes that there's a choice in the matter, right? 80% of the time where a divorce is filed or a relationship is dissolved, the woman does it. If she's college educated, it goes up to 90%. Our women have been tricked into, more often than they should, peeking over on the other side of the fence to see if the grass is greener. I heard an amazing conversation. Whose show was that on? That was on the Brother Lower Ninth Ward show. I believe it was. I heard an amazing conversation the other day. They were talking about a man should be able to control himself sexually and things of that nature, right? And they even brought religion into it. The Brother Black Guru was on there. There were some very interesting points being made. Assuming that the man does develop the character that is required. I agree, Jerome. I agree. I agree. Our women are still dressing contrary to men's nature. It is in a man's nature to dominate. It is a man's nature. I don't want to say that it's the women, but I'll say it like this. Our women have presented a lot of potholes for us to step in. When you ask men to be faithful, and there's so many other African American women out here running around half naked, and I'm not saying that African American women are the only ones doing it, but we shouldn't be concerned about the white community. We shouldn't be concerned about the Latino community. I've always been told, don't worry about somebody else's house until yours is clean, right? The huge issue that's taking place in our community is our women were raised being told things like, focus on your education so you don't need a man.
I'm going to set the stressor up, and Willow's going to help me. Is Willow going to help me? Yeah.
I want you guys to read the caption. Teaching my daughter, this is a baby. Oh, what just happened here? What that was. When did you come to this understanding?
Years ago.
We're going to set the stressor
There we go.
up.
Teaching my daughter how to be independent so she won't need to depend on a man. Let's go here.
Shout out to all my ambitious women getting their own money. Make some motherfucking noise for yourself.
Studying and getting my degree because I refuse to depend on a man for a damn thing. Right? I get it. Now, to some of you, that might not sound bad. But the truth of the matter is, if you're being taught this, there are likely other anti-man / anti-husband teachings taking place in the house that you're raised in. Shout out to my girl Angel in this situation, rocking with us. Which would make someone, listen, if you're being taught, just think about this, and I'm sure all of the women know. If you're being taught things like get your education so you don't have to depend on no man, there's a very, very high likelihood that there are other anti-man / anti-husband teachings taking place in that house that you were raised in, which would make someone like this a difficult woman to be a wife to a man. These type of teachings would make a woman difficult to be a wife to a man. And here's where it gets complicated, people. Here's where it gets complicated. Most women, if you ask them, they would like a good man to be with, someone to marry. But here's where it gets blurry. Women who were on focus on your education so you don't need a man are likely going to have a low level of respect for men. She's probably going to think that men and women are equal. She won't be cooperative. In a nutshell, what I'm saying to you guys is this. These women who say that they would like to find a good man to marry, they have not been taught how to be someone good to marry. They haven't been taught to be someone good to marry. And here's how men feel about it. Listen, those of you who are on TikTok, you won't be able to see this, but you'll be able to hear it. Here's how men perceive that. He says, your comment is, as long as men continue to impregnate black women, our children will continue to suffer. Elaborate.
Absolutely. Black women aren't really designed for families. They're not here to build with black men. They're really here to destroy the black community.
A nigga would even eat my pussy before I even fuck with him, so.
Would you rather cheat or get cheated on?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not taking that L, so I gotta cheat on you before you get me. I'm already gonna do it before you even get me, I'm gonna get you. I'm sorry.
So if we keep impregnating the same women, we're going to keep getting the same results.
You hear what this brother saying? This clip went viral. Imagine this. Imagine if we keep impregnating women who were taught independent, don't need a man, can do bad all by myself. She's going to teach the babies that. And for those of you who would say, well, why would you sleep with them? Those of us who got good sense, those of us who have good sense, those of us who have done well for ourselves in life, we don't have to sleep with them in order for them to keep on pushing out broken children. The broken children that their girlfriends are pushing out will be the ones who are sleeping with their daughters. And so the cycle continues. The cycle continues. We are breeding women who are not raised to be wives. Therefore, they won't know how to be wives. So they will be left out in society to wreak hell and havoc everywhere that they go. They'll be miserable. Listen, and we can all sympathize with that. I don't blame a woman for being miserable. That shout out to my bro up in this situation. ZF up in this. You already know. You know, I've heard women say, why y'all worried about us? Because very, very, very unfortunately, what you do impacts us. When you act the ass out in society, when I'm standing in the bank, dressed like a professional, it doesn't matter. What they see is the same skin color on me that they saw a while ago getting pulled over by a police officer, spitting on him and calling him a fuck ass boy. You are a mirror image of us. Listen, this broken, disheveled, more than likely obese woman who stands on a street corner at about this dark goddess, what are you doing online? Shouldn't you be over there on Figueroa Street? You're late. Just so you know, you're late and you're probably missing money. I'm just saying, dark goddess. I'm just saying. I want to bring something to you guys' attention. For those of you who don't know, she shows up every night, right? She says, talk to the women who care. We don't. Why'd you show up? Like clockwork, dark goddess. Why'd you show up? I want to have a respectful conversation with you, dark goddess. I know you weren't raised with a father, and I sympathize with you. I'm not glad of that. But I want to know, respectfully, I want you to tell me what you gain out of coming here regularly and sowing discord. I want to know, because myself, I really don't have time to do things like that. Anytime that I'm not sleeping, I have other amazing ventures that I could be indulging in, right? Something, a world benefit. Now tell me why you have so much free times on your hand. And if you do have free time on your hands, you shouldn't be sowing discord or representing negativity. Talk to me. To talk to the women. Listen, let me say this to you, dark goddess. The women who come to this show, these are very sensible women. Even if they don't always agree with me. They won't allow a woman, they won't allow someone like you to poison their minds with nonsense that does not meet the bar of logic. Anyone who you see associating with this channel on a regular, their minds are probably, right? They're probably reasonable human beings. So it will be very difficult for you to push nonsense in their ears and they bite on the hook. So I suggest you get back over there on Figueroa and how to show online, people. Listen, well, let me go ahead. I want you guys to hear this. I'm going to play this all over. I want you guys to really listen to this. He says, your comment is, as long as men continue to impregnate black women, our children will continue to suffer. Elaborate.
Absolutely. Black women aren't really designed for families. They're not here to build with black men. They're really here to destroy the black community.
A nigga would even eat my pussy before I even fuck with him. So
Would you rather cheat or get cheated on?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not taking that L, so I gotta cheat on you before you get me. I'm already gonna do it before you even get me. I'ma get you. I'm sorry.
These girls are what, 17, 18? In our minds, you shouldn't even be sexually active, let alone already have the mindset to be on the defensive to go and get busted down on your boyfriend before he gets a chance to do it to you. Listen, let me say something to you, ladies. Let me say something to all of you, ladies. I understand this from a competitive standpoint. I understand from a competitive standpoint, not the bar of logic, not human decency. I understand if you smack me, I'm smacking you back. If you make more than me right now, I'm going to get a promotion to where I'll level up higher than you. But ladies, I want you guys to listen to me if you've never listened to another man. If I cheat on you and you go give your sacredness away to a man who doesn't care about you, you don't win. You didn't just win. You just lost. You got another notch under your belt. And you showed that your decency is very small. It's very low. A woman who does not value her body enough to at least put a value on it to where anybody who can get this, they have to be of some value, then that means you can't be a valuable woman. You cannot be a valuable woman, and the men who you give your body to are low value. Somebody make it make sense, and I'll concede to it. I have encountered women who were so special. I knew that I was the shit because women this special gave their bodies to me. It's been 4 of them. You are supposed to make me feel like that. It is supposed to be an honor for us to be able to touch your bodies. But I'll be honest with you. There are women who, when we bust them down, it's nothing. It's nothing. Yes, it is. It's the infamous belt buckle jingle. Some of you have heard about it. Some of you have had it happen to you. The moment a man releases and he does something like this, shit, shorty, what you about to get into? It means he finds no other tangible value in you that would prompt him to stick around for a duration of time. It means I just got the only thing that I have determined about you is of any value. Ladies, listen to me before we get back to the show. She said, trauma does a job. Healing is... Trauma does a job. Trauma does a job. And you know where that extensive amount of trauma comes from? Us being raised without our fathers. But we can't get you to stop doing it. The number one thing that is destroying the black community, we can't get you to stop doing it. Holy Ghost up in this situation. Shout out to all of my my YouTube and Facebook family over here rocking with us. Right? I can agree with that. Okay, come on up here, cosmic being. Have a respectful conversation with me. Come and talk to me. For those of you who don't know, when I do that, it's because I don't know the rest of the words to the hook. I don't know. Come on, Cosmic Being. Cosmic Being says, well, why do y'all leave your kids? Cosmic Being, hopefully you said that because you have surrounded yourself with a more impressive crowd of women. Hopefully. Because anything outside of that, anything outside of you living on a completely different planet, I would think that you know the answer to that. There is no leaving anything, Cosmic Being. There is no leaving anything. These are not relationship babies. These are what we refer to as smash babies. Our women don't require any standard as it pertains to a man being able to go raw in them. We know all of the statistics on it. We're not even going to get into that. These are babies where somebody was at a club, girl, he fine. And that is the only prerequisite that is required for him to get to smash her raw that very same night. We know the stories. We have it in our families. Most of the people down there right now have family members who it was said that this was baby Kiara's daddy. But 15 years later, we found out that Ronnie was the daddy. Come on. So you guys should really stop acting like these are relationships and men leave when the relationships go wrong and when a woman gets pregnant and a man leaves. We all know that that's not the case. The reason that we know that that's not the case, most of you don't have 3 friends who have been in serious relationships. So it can't be relationship babies. Now, durst we venture over there into the realm of marriage? Those of you who have 10 friends, 8 of them are not married. So it can't be marital babies either. These are smash babies. When I first got to LA, I was dating. The first one of them was, what was she? She was Korean. One of them was Korean. She caught me off guard. She knew that I probably had to be successful somehow, so she felt comfortable asking me this one question that we're not used to in the black community. She said, what college did you go to? Right? Now, I had done some community college, but before I could finish, I moved to LA, right? But that's not a question that's asked in the black community. No one asks what mental illnesses run in your family. Before a woman lets you go raw in her in the black community, she doesn't ask what health issues run in your family, what mental illnesses run in your family. Nothing is asked. It's, girl, he fine. That's a problem. That is the hometown of smash babies. It is the hometown of smash babies. She said, stop generalizing black women. That's sad. That's sad. Cosmic Being, let me ask you something. Are generalizations appropriate? Are they? We all utilize generalizations at least 50 times a day in our lives, and it keeps us safe. That's a defense mechanism that you're utilizing right now because the information got too uncomfortable for you. So you had to say, so usually if it had been you speaking and prevalent information came up to disprove yours, you would have said, I said what I said. That's another thing that you guys do to deviate away from valid points. But in this instance, since I was the one pushing out the information, you say stop generalizing black women. Okay, so let's do it like this. I want someone down in the comments right now to name me the demographic of men. What race of men takes each other's lives more than any other group of men? Come and talk to me. Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. We have no problem generalizing. It's black men, right? And that doesn't bother us. It doesn't bother us because we gotta own up to it. It's a true generalization. It's true. But guess what? Here's the difference. By owning up to it, we can start doing better, opposed to pretending that it's not taking place. And that's where we are at odds, ladies. Black men don't go delusional. Black men are accountable. Listen, for those of you who have been rocking with this show for a while, have you ever wondered why you often don't see me with men up here? I always bring women up here to talk to women. Have you ever noticed that? It's because it does no good for me to bring men up here. The first time I accuse them of something, they say, "You right, big dog, you right." They don't go delusional. There's no need in bringing men up here. If you present a good point to a man, he won't go delusional. He'll say a couple of times we've been up here, right, my bro said men aren't going to deny reality. Couple of times bros have been up here when I had shows, deadbeat dads and how to identify worthless men. Couple of shows, it was a brother I really respect said, "You know what, bro?" In the comments, "You right, man. I got to do better by my son, and I have been, but I do got to do better." That's why you guys don't often see me bring men up here. It's useless. If it makes sense, they're going to stand on it. It's the women we have issues with. Now, I understand that we have different biologies. I understand that, and I give some empathy towards it, right? But listen, I want you guys to hear this. This is how men feel about this.
So if we keep impregnating the same women, we're going to keep getting the same results.
Your comment is, as long as men continue to impregnate black women, our children will continue to suffer. Elaborate.
Absolutely. Black women aren't really designed for families. They're not here to build with black men. They're really here to destroy the black community.
A nigga would even eat my pussy before I even fuck with him. So
Would you rather cheat or get cheated on?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not taking that L, so I gotta cheat on you before you get me. I'm already gonna do it before you even get me. I'ma get you. I'm sorry.
So if we keep impregnating the same women, we're going to keep getting the same results. We need to find women who are not black Americans.
I was going to give you some pushback, but hey, Kay, listen to me. I know that sounds bad. I promise you. I know it sounds bad. But men are different creatures. Men are like this. This is a cup. It's a tin cup. That's what that is to us. When we read studies that suggest, I'm not a fan of Charlie Kirk. Even Charlie Kirk, it's not even Charlie. There's what was it, Stanford? There are professors of colleges who have laid out the foundational work of the destruction that happens to a community of fatherless children. And if that's true, black women are responsible for destroying this community. Now, for those of you who want to give me pushback on that, if what I'm saying is wrong, then you have to be conceding to the fact that white women are better than black women then. They're not letting it happen to them at the rate you are. You have to be conceding to the fact that Asian women are better than black women. You have to be conceding to the fact that Latino women are smarter and better than black women. It has to be your fault. Regardless as to what you could say about the men. They have men in their communities too. And not only that, they're attracted to black men, but they're not allowing themselves to get in the predicaments that you guys are getting in. Anybody can come up here and give me pushback. One thing that we all know about this show, I am one of the most impartial men on the planet, I believe. If you present enough evidence to me in front of everybody, I will concede to your point and abandon my old belief. Because I don't want to be right. I want the right information. And as long as you can make it meet the bar of logic or present some facts, historical data, I will surrender to your information. We don't have to take responsibility. We don't have to take any responsibility. Check this out. I hate y'all's fucking guts. You make me sick, and every chance that I get, I'm going to nut raw in all of you. Now, are you going to let me continue to do it? I've just told you I can't stand y'all. My sole purpose is to impregnate all black women and leave them with children. Now, who is it up to ensure that you don't become a victim of mine? You guys have had songs, I don't want no scrubs, right? That's just my baby dad. You guys have had music after music, song after song, literature after literature, buzzword after buzzword, catchphrase after catchphrase that leaves you with the assumption that black men don't take care of their children. Now, if that's the case, how could you keep getting pregnant by black men and left with children? If I were to tell all of you right now, you make me sick, and my sole goal is to destroy your lives. Who is it up to ensure that your life doesn't get destroyed by me? It is 100% up to women if they have fatherless children. Now, the exceptions that I give, if this is a very, very serious relationship, I would prefer that it was marriage. Exactly, Miss K. Miss K said, it's me. It's my fault. It's up to me. Listen, I've never done this. I deserve the credit for that. How our lives turn out is 100% up to us. And this is a thing that you guys won't stop doing. It's almost like a curse. That's why listen, I'm so sorry, people. I got to play this again. I'm going to let it play all the way through. I'm not even going to do you guys like that. I agree on some of that. So, but I need you to elaborate when you say black women aren't here to build. What do you mean by it? Do you mean that if they hadn't have ever got broken, that still would have been their assignment to destroy the black community?
I think that if the culture was to change, things would change, obviously. But as long as these particular black women are alive, they're going to have a lot of influence on other younger black women.
Did you guys hear what he said? Shout out to my bro Joe up in this situation. Hey, at the press of a button, you got an email coming tonight, my guy. I'm pretty much didn't get the press in because I had to go ahead and start the show. My man. I want you guys to listen to how bad this sounds. There's a couple times Miss K said, oh, snap. Like, hey, that's kind of rough. I agree. The truth is often roughed. He said, these women who are doing this, these women who have no boundaries and no standards, as long as they are alive, we are going to continue to have this problem. Because think about it. When she has a kid, what does she teach her kid? independent, don't need no man, blah, 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 right? And when that baby has a kid, you see what I'm saying? It's a perpetual cycle. Let's go.
You can't really get away from it until you wipe the slate clean.
Here to build. What do you mean by it? Do you mean that if they hadn't have ever got broken, that still would have been their assignment to destroy the black community?
I think that if the culture was a change, things would change, obviously. But as long as these particular black women are alive, they're going to have a lot of influence on other younger black women. You can't really get away from it until you wipe the slate clean. So something has to happen to remove.
Okay, Miss Zandra said men that have no boundaries is okay. Stacey Prince, although there's a ton of women who have no boundaries, I don't allow the fact that they have no boundaries to affect my life, and neither should you. Right? It's going to always go back to you. It's going to always go back to you. The accountability. What we found is we're often astonished that when you guys get these degrees and things of that nature, when you guys buy these $300,000 homes, these new cars, you won't share the credit for that with nobody, right? When we often hear you willing to share the credit, it's when something didn't work out. Right? The young boys, the LeBron James, the Shaquille O'Neals who actually raised by single parent mom and end up going to the NBA, we talk about how amazing of a job that single parent mom did, right? So if she gets the credit when that boy goes to the NBA, she also gets the credit when he turns out to not be shit. Shout out to my brother, Basically Black Jesus. Shit, my brother never ceased to effing amaze me. Shout out to my brother Joe up in this ether, up in this mother. Dropping bombs up in this brother. My brother. I appreciate you, my brother, for always keeping us going, man. Like I said, at the press of a button, you got an email coming I wanted you to check out. This brother has been a supporter of this show since day one. What? Shout out to my girl Kay over here supporting the show. Listen, people. Hey, ZF, you've been slacking. Like, I really don't know what's going on. You got letting these people skate away with 18,000 likes. Listen, we're going to have to start implementing shares in the show too, people. I need at least 10 people to share the show, TikTok. You know we have nothing but ether, like my brother Joe up in this mother.
These particular black women from the scenario. And then we can build proper. But as long as
people, I was fully prepared to give this brother all of the smoke, but I can't find a lie. When did you come to this understanding?
Years ago. And I discovered that if you, as a black man, if you want to be an active father in your children's lives, your children almost have to be mixed because the black American woman.
Hey, Frankie, listen, I was gonna go. Shout out to my people on the West Coast in this situation. Hey, listen, I was gonna go. I got an invite. I hope you had a cool time.
Will not allow you to.
Listen, I asked this brother, when did he come into this understanding? that black women were not raised to be wives. It sounds harsh, and I know it sounds harsh, but we all know it to be true. African American women were not raised to be mothers and wives. The majority of them weren't. Of the last 30 years, they weren't raised to be mothers and wives. I'm not saying 100%. There are some. The reason that we know, listen, they were raised to be the enemies against men, to be equal, if not better than men, which is why it is reflective in their marital rates. Even as it pertains to them just being able to get in relationships. It's reflected in how their children are turning out. To be honest, it's very unfortunate because a lot of these women didn't even ask to be programmed to this curse. These women didn't ask for that. But nonetheless, the late great Kevin Samuels said, "The world does not owe you or I any sympathy. Either perform or don't." I'm going to have to check that out. I keep on hearing about Greg Adams, man, but I'm going to have to check him out, man. People kept telling me about Corey Holcomb. It took me a year to get around to his content. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to check that out. Greg Adams. I've heard his name several times. They have the highest divorce rate. Yeah, they divorce more than they marry. Listen, and I want to say this too. I want to say this. Ladies, I promise you, men are logical creatures. Men are logical creatures. We know it's offensive for you to hear these things, even if it's the truth. We understand that, and we prefer that we didn't even have to come at you like this. But it's the truth, and it has to be discussed. African American women were not raised to be mothers and wives. Look at how you guys talk to your children. Look at how you treat them. You know what? I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it. Yep, that's it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, ZF, I'm downloading some. I'm coming right back to TikTok. This is nuts. You kidding me? There we go. Okay, I need you guys to give me a second. One more second. I'm about to push something up so everybody can see it. I had no plans on bringing this up, so I apologize. All right, let's go. In these predominantly men's spaces, we speak facts, logic. Fuck out of here with your feelings up in this situation. You heard what my bro said. And see, listen, That's how things in this world get built. Think about this. Do you know some men get cheated on? Some men find out that a child they've raised for 20 years isn't theirs, and they still get up the next morning and show up at that construction site and build these skyscrapers that you guys see. We don't let feelings compromise what we understand to be duty. It's not in us. This thing that you guys do, we don't even know how that feels. When we ask you guys questions, you keep it real. I feel you're dead serious when you say that. But when men speak, you'll hear us say, well, studies show. Right? It's a huge difference. But listen, I want to show you guys that we don't just talk and lay baseless accusations. When I tell you that African American women were not raised to be wives or mothers, most of them. Listen, I'm going to even turn this around for TikTok to get a gander. Oh, you can't do it when you got a screen up, I guess. Can you? Nope. I did not know that. Let me see. Okay, so I can't show you guys TikTok. You can hear it though.
Bro, stop grabbing on her. She don't want you grabbing on her.
I'm her motherfucking mama.
I'm her daddy. And I'm her daddy. She don't want to get in the car.
Get away from my car. It ain't about what she want to do. She a child. Get your ass on. Put me up.
Leave her alone, fool. Stop grabbing on her, fool. She don't want to.
Get your ass in this motherfucking car. Because we're going to the front motherfucking office.
Get
your ass in this car.
Because I'm dropping my door.
Look how she got this young girl snatched up. This is insane. Look at all of the cursing. Listen, check this out.
Bro, stop grabbing on her. She don't want you grabbing on her.
I'm her motherfucking mama.
I'm her daddy. And I'm her daddy. She don't want to get in the car.
Get away from my car. It ain't about what she want to do. She a child. Get your ass on. Put me up. Get your ass.
Leave her.
Do you know what that young girl is going to be like? Get your motherfucking ass in the car? See, we don't get up here and just say things. When I tell you African American women were not raised to be mothers and wives, look at this. You guys say it's your kid. That's that man's kid too. And you guys have that really bad. Watch this.
Leave her alone, fool. Stop grabbing on her.
And I'm going to say this. He's a beta male to me. Sounding all timid. Listen, I guarantee you, nobody, the mom, won't be doing my daughter like that in front of me. He sounds like this woman was running that relationship when it probably wasn't even a relationship.
Fool. She don't want to.
Get your ass in this motherfucking car. Because we're going to the front motherfucking office. Get your ass in this car.
Because I'm dropping my daughter off at school. She needs to be at school. You see how this woman jacking up on this child?
So when I tell her to get in the car, she walks off from me because she comes to my car. What's going on? I'm her mother.
I'll take her.
Could you imagine that being your mom? Listen, this is just a glimpse of it that we get. This is just a glimpse. What is taking place in that house when that little girl makes a mistake? I bet you better get your motherfucking ass over there and do those dishes. She's probably occasionally called BITCHs. We all know it to be true. she can barely control herself in public. Can you imagine when that girl makes mistakes at home? Nigga is strong with this one right here. Listen, I don't know why I can't. I didn't know that you can't do that. Let me see. Let me try this again. You know what? I'm going to do this. I guess I can't help you guys. I didn't know that this, let me see something. Okay. Boom. Your brother's here to save the day. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one more time for TikTok. I want you guys to see, we don't just get up here and say these things. We don't even take any delight in saying these things. Now, I want you guys to check this out. This is why the brother said, as long as these women are still alive, then it's not going to stop.
Bro, stop grabbing on her. She don't want you grabbing on her.
I'm her motherfucking mama.
I'm her daddy. And I'm her daddy. She don't want to get in the car.
Get away from my car. It ain't about what she want to do. She a child. Get your ass home. Come here. Get your ass.
Leave her alone, fool. Stop grabbing on her, fool. She don't want to.
Listen at the dude negotiating with this. There is nobody who will keep me from protecting my children. Nobody. The mom, nobody. You mean to tell me I'm going to sit and watch my daughter get abused? Are you nuts?
Get your ass in this motherfucking car. Because we're going to the front motherfucking office.
Come
Get your
here.
ass in this car.
Because I'm dropping my.
Look how she has this young girl yanked up. If this is not abuse, I don't know what is.
Daughter out at school. She needs to be at school. You see how this woman jacking up on this child?
So when I tell her to get in the car, she walks out from me because she comes from my car. What's going on? I'm her mother.
I'll take her.
I take care of her.
Yeah, I can use you. I'll take her. Yeah.
Wait one doggone second. Wait a minute.
Negative people ruin your life. There was a study that was done in 2006 called the Bad Apple Effect, where they took a group of 5 people and randomly added a negative person to some of the groups to see how it would affect the groups while working on tasks. Groups with 1 negative person did 40% worse on all of their tasks, and the quality of their work decreased by 25%. They also found that the groups with a negative person had 50% more conflicts, which led to more disagreements and less collaboration. The crazy part though, like the real crazy part, is these sessions were only about 30 to 60 minutes. Some of you have had a negative person in your life your entire life.
This research was in increments of 60 seconds.
Found that the groups with a negative person had 50% more conflicts, which led to more disagreements and less collaboration. The crazy part though, like the real crazy part, is these sessions were only about 30 to 60 minutes.
30 to 60 minutes. Could you imagine what this young girl is going through at home? She's being injected with pure, uncut negative energy, masculine energy. She won't know how to be a feminine girl.
Some of you have had a negative person in your life your entire life. Imagine what they are doing to you mentally. You have to be okay with letting them go, because your mental health is so important that you need to prioritize that over everything else in your life.
For those of you who wonder why a lot of us turned out the way that we did, We were raised by women like this. Women who accepted gifts from the American government and didn't know that those gifts came with a price, right? Women who latched on to the feminism movement and lost every ounce of what it means to be a dignified woman. Women who, lines on up, were passed down the destruction from the 1980s crack epidemic that became us. Imagine not only living with someone like this, but being raised and taught by them, right? Broken, lonely, and hurt baby mamas raising and teaching her offspring to be just what she is. Turbulence, people. So now you guys can clearly see that what the brother was saying is not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched. When did you come to this understanding?
Years ago. And I discovered that if you, as a black man, if you want to be an active father in your children's lives, your children almost have to be mixed, because the black American woman will not allow you
Shout
to
out
be
to
in
the
your children's
international
life.
quiet
And the more
storm
you
up in
love
this
that
mother.
child, the more she's going to use the child against you.
This brother's up here dropping that ether. Have you witnessed this before in your immediate proximity, in your family's life and in friends' lives, things like that? The difficulty associated with it?
Absolutely. I have cousins, sisters. I've seen this behavior
Salute, my bro.
perpetuate itself
Salute.
throughout my entire lineage. And I respect everyone. I love everyone. You do whatever you want to do. But if you're a thinking black man, I don't think you can sit down and try to build with a black American woman. Maybe an African
Okay,
woman,
hold
maybe a
on, hold
Caribbean
on.
woman.
My brother down here talking that talk. My brother Ether said, most females who aren't in a meaningful reciprocal relationship will have to compete with AI and cybernetic sex bots and each other due to them opting to be spiritually the Jezebel and heart. Listen, see, here's what nobody wants to talk about. What he said, some of you could, no. Due to what a lot of you did to yourselves and the repercussions of what you turned yourself into and men not wanting to deal with you, what happens to those women? Right, have you ever even thought that far? When you become something that most of society doesn't want, you think society has a problem letting you know that you're one of those? Society's been letting a lot of you know that for a long time now. Right? It's been letting you know by your marital status, by how long it's been since you've been in a meaningful relationship with a quality man. Yeah, you can get busted down, of course. We never said you couldn't. We never said you couldn't. I'm not even going to get into it. It is going to be hell to tell the captain. A lot of women are already feeling the impact of it. They're on social media crying right now. And the ones that I saw were actually good feminine women. Let's go. Let's go. Listen, people. We have not had one person on YouTube. Listen. People, we need somebody to meet our nightly quota on here. We can't just keep on relying on one person or two people to contribute to the show. You guys know this is the hottest show online. I need 3 people to contribute to the show. Let's get close to our night goal, people. We can't sit. We're not going to let my brother just continue to hold this entire show up, people. We got to do better than this. If you rock with the show, if you get something beneficial from the show, hit us at The Real Stacey Prince on Cash App, PayPal, or the YouTube. We're going to take us an intermission. Yeah. My girl Sweet's over here in the situation. What the hell is that? What the hell? The hell is that? Oh, you do not have permission to access my settings. Going crazy on TikTok and YouTube. Shout out to my girl Sweets over here with the gift. My girl Kay rocking with us. My brother Joe said something earlier that I wanted to hit. Where was that at? Where was that at? Where was that at? Who in the hell is this that wrote a whole book? What the hell? DeAndre up in this situation with a book. Might have to check that out later. Could have sworn. Oh, okay. There it is. There it is. Listen, my brother Joe said by 2035, marriage will only be beneficial, available, and sensible for the affluent cast of society. The dregs, the dregs, the strags, and the fugazi were chattel and self-appointed slaves by default. Listen, I've said this before. I understand too. It does sound he's being an a-hole. I need you guys to listen to me. Listen, hold on. You know what? DJ K Slay up in this situation. Miss K, come and talk to me. No. I told y'all I don't know. There she goes. I gotta start learning the rest of these hooks. I'm not gonna lie. Tell me how your night is going.
It's going. I'm in here listening, learning, a little bit puzzled, sometimes insulted.
I understand.
I'm sticking with the program to see what I glean.
I understand that. Did your father mean a lot to you?
My father does mean a lot to me, yes.
I knew it. How do you think I knew that?
No clue.
Because immediately you come off as a sensible woman.
Oh, okay.
That is one of the key factors. There's tons of research on this. When someone says, I'm insulted here and there, but they still have the wherewithal to see if there's anything sensible they can get out of the conversation, that is above average thought process. Most people who were not raised with their father at all in their life, it's just chaos going on through their head. And the moment they hear something that doesn't align with what they desire to believe, in the comments, they'll be right, fuck ass nigga, and you know all of these things. But here's what we preach. We stand on this. Destruction has taken place inside of most of our African American women. Not all of them, most of them. This is why close to 70% of our women have multiple children by multiple different men, right? And that thing by itself comes with a tail attached, with a hand grenade attached to the tail of it. You would think that, okay, she has multiple children by multiple men. Okay, but there's something else that comes with that. Because she has multiple children by multiple men, it makes her less desirable in the eyes of most quality men, right? So now, throughout the course of her living her life, it's understandable how she would become bitter, angry, and some things like that. Because even on TV, she's seeing this happy couple. Even in real life, she's got girlfriends who are in happy relationships, but she can't seem to get in one because... So let me ask you this. Do you have a boy, a son?
I do.
Is he a good guy?
He is. I have two of them.
Okay. Love him.
Say again?
You love him. Want nothing but the best for him.
Correct.
If the youngest one were to come to you and say, Mom, I wasn't going to say anything. How old is the youngest one?
18.
Perfect. If he came to you tomorrow and said, Mom, I wasn't going to say anything, but I just, I've been seeing this woman. She has 3 children by 3 different men. Would you encourage that relationship?
No.
See what I'm saying? It's not just men.
No.
We all know that that's not it doesn't make her a terrible person, but it's not the ideal situation.
Yeah, no, absolutely not ideal.
Yeah.
No.
And upwards close to 70% of our women are in that predicament. And listen, when they have daughters, their daughters are going to be in that. So you see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I think a lot of that yields to like being broken, unhealed, and searching for something, right? Like, so you're searching for something in a man, to fix you instead of recognizing that you even need an element of healing.
I'll say with women like you, that used to be the case. But women of the last 20 years, no. Listen, do you know?
I might be out of touch, clearly.
You're very out of touch. Listen, do you know that women cheat more than men do? Listen, they have surveys taken by women. 50 to 70% of women who are in relationships have a backup plan right now in case that their current relationship doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine that, like, on social media, if you're out here dating, it is, advertised, if you will, that you always have a roster.
Well, you shouldn't have a roster if you're in a relationship.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not necessarily when they say like women are out here dating. If you're dating, I assume not in a committed relationship that you have a roster. I'm just agreeing that I believe, yeah, that can be perpetuated.
Okay, and let's do this. Of the women in our community who have children, it has been estimated that around 54% of the children have been pinned on a man who's not really the father. So no, it's not that they're just looking for a man to make them whole. Our women have taken up whole culture. Cardi B, Sexy Red, Glorilla, these are our women's mothers. They listen to them. Sexy Red has a lip gloss line named after various STDs.
What?
Gonorrhea green. And so it's not that they're looking for some type of solace, because they're destroying good men. Good men don't stand a chance with these women. I'm not saying men aren't out here acting a fool. So let me ask you something. I want to see where you're at. Are you in a relationship right now?
I am.
How long?
18 years.
Okay. Does it look like it's well, that's crazy. I'm going to ask you anyway, though. Does it look like this thing is going to last, going to make it across the finish line? Okay, then maybe it was a good thing I asked then. You say, I've been trying to keep this Negro around. Let him say one more thing.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I want to say something to you.
Yeah.
This show was meant for you tonight. You were meant to bump into me tonight.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
And I want you to listen.
Mm-hmm.
You have been in a relationship with this man for 18 years. Are you in your 40s, late 40s?
Yes.
Okay. You just go out, I don't know, for any reason outside, and you find a condom right by his car door outside. It's right there. It looks like he stepped out and dropped this. So you do a little bit of digging, and you find proof he's cheated 3 other times. Is that relationship over? I want you to think, and I want you to consider all factors. I don't want you to be an ego. I don't want you to, I'm not no punk. I want you to think.
Yeah.
18 years, is that relationship over? You can prove it. He's cheated with 3 different women.
Yeah, man. I don't know that I would be able to recover. Like, I don't know that I would ever have an element of trust. I'm not going to look for anything, but to your point of it showing up at my door, right? Then yeah, I don't know that I would ever have an element of trust in that dynamic. It's almost like, which is unfortunate, right? But it's like the saying of like, what you don't know can't hurt you. And at the point I do know, I can't necessarily forget. So, and I think I would carry resentment within that relationship, even if, right? Like, so when you say, is it over? Would I be willing to try? You know what I mean? Would I be willing to have an element of maybe counseling or whatever? But I just think that for me, it would be really difficult to foster an element of trust again.
So what? Who said you need 100% trust in a relationship?
Yeah,
How
but
about you just how about you just use him to get you across the finish line? See, because here's where I'm going with this. When you leave him, do you know what is waiting for you out there on the dating highway?
yeah, no, but I don't know that. See, I can't align myself to what's happening in the dating world and being fearful of being with self and being alone. You know
Okay,
what I'm
so
saying? I can't. Yeah.
so
Like
let me
I
ask you
said, I
this.
didn't go look for nothing. That scenario was
Yeah.
it literally showed up for me to deal with.
My point is this. Have you been paying attention to what's going on in America right now on the brink of race wars, finding black men hanging from trees? See, and I'm starting to think that your man isn't the type of man that talks to you like has he ever talked to you? I'm trying to without saying.
Say it.
So, do you watch Earn Your Leisure on they're on Instagram.
No.
Okay, so check it out. Earn Your Leisure, EYL. So a lot of people are suggesting that this motorcade that President Trump is traveling in with the most powerful people in America, they're constantly on planes. A lot of people are suggesting that they have embraced themselves in kind of like a remote moat. You know what I mean when I say moat? How they used to dig a moat around castles, fill it with tar so no one could get in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people suggest that America is about to unfold.
Mm-hmm.
And so when this man is no longer in that house with you, I think we're spoiled. We're spoiled in America. We just look at America like, you know, we live a lap of luxury. We got Mercedes Benz and all of this. We live in the lap of luxury. We got Mercedes Benz and all of these things. We don't see, well, I'm not going to say we, a lot of you guys don't see America falling. America is definitely going to fall. A lot of you are going to wish to, what is your faith? You're a Muslim or a Christian?
Christian.
Okay. The Bible says a day is coming where a woman will be wishing to God she could be a man's number 7. You guys are getting rid of men for cheating. The Bible says in that day, 7 women shall cling on to one man, saying, we have our own things, only let us come unto you, that our reproach may be. Listen, America is going to fall. And I'm not using scare tactics with you. I'm just saying, let's say that I'm hypothetically right. You guys are painting yourselves in corners to where you're going to have to deal with the absolute worst moments in American history by yourselves.
How did I paint myself in?
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
No,
women.
the scenario that you described, right? So how is that woman painting herself or putting herself in a corner after he's cheated, irresponsible, whatever, right? Like how, and her response to that is then setting her up for demise.
Listen.
That's what I heard.
Don't you go anywhere. Don't you go anywhere. I pray to God this is here. Damn you, damn you, damn you. Just 2 weeks ago, Here's what I say. The reason that I say it like that, I can't believe this thing isn't on here, and it's right there on my phone. I wish I could show you this. See, because and that's the thing that when we tell women, you have a man, of course, but we often get on women because when you don't have a man, you don't have information, certain information that men talk about regularly. There's a guy who went viral when Charlie Kirk. See, men like myself, we've always been what you consider preppers. We have canned goods stored up. We have artillery. We have these put up because we've always thought that there was going to be a race war. They say in Florida there is 1 trillion bullets at stock, meaning white people in Florida, white Americans have always been waiting on the day a race war popped off. Now, this thing with Charlie Kirk has unfolded a lot of things. There was a guy who just went viral when Charlie Kirk got killed. Hey, people, I need you guys to drop fruits down in the comments. I just said something I probably shouldn't have said. When Charlie Kirk's life got taken, he went viral. He got on live and he said, President Trump, give us the green light. They knew we didn't do it, but they've been wanting to wipe us out for a while because they're bullies. President Trump, give us the green light. Let us clean. You give us the green light, we will go door to door and we will take this country back. Do you know what he meant when he said go door to door?
No.
It's talking about black people. Go door to door, kicking doors open. See, this is what I mean. Women who have gotten rid of men, you'll deal with that by yourself. Now, I don't give a damn about no cheating. Before I place myself in a circumstance where I deal with the toughest times in American history, listen, let's get rid of everything that I just said. What about, now, I don't know if you probably don't know what this show is about.
No.
This show is 100% predicated upon 2 people getting together and architecting the best possible outcome for 2 people's lives in the later years of their lives when our systems start to fall apart, when our immune systems start to get weak, when they tell us we have to get 3 toes cut off, when they say they found a lump. See, what our women have done, they've painted themselves in a corner to where the absolute worst moments in history, they will have to deal with them by themselves. There's a girl in Atlanta, Georgia. She's a sweet girl. A dude lied after the course of some years, ended up, long story short, he gave her HIV and it devastated her. When they interviewed her, they asked her, what was the worst thing about it? And they were like, knowing that you have this and this and that. She said, no, like when they told me, I had to deal with it by myself. See, women don't think like that, but men think like that all the time. We think like that all of the time. Like there will come a time where you will be willing to pay a cheating man to be in your life. But you guys don't think that far ahead. And that's why I was saying, I'm not blaming you from getting rid of a cheater. I'm telling you, you could be setting yourself up. I want to ask you this first. Do you believe that for the rest of your life, things are going to be hunky-dory, peaches and cream?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, but you know what? I do think, right? Like, even though, in the situation you describe, if I hold a boundary or a standard for myself in a relationship, that does not necessarily mean that in a time of needing protection that I would not have that man's element of protection, because he's the one who violated by cheating, right? Like we created standard. That's not what we were going to do to one another. He did it. Does not mean that he doesn't love me and wouldn't, still protect. And it also doesn't mean that I need to stay in that scenario.
I respect that. We're just talking. I'm not saying that there's a right and a wrong, but with these things, when the things that don't necessarily have a right and wrong, they do come with scenarios, right? There's a girl who came up here quite some time ago, and after I talked to her, she came to the conclusion that, maybe cheating isn't it, because she couldn't prove to me where she did better after she left him for cheated. And I said, she said this dude was a good dude, a real good dude. And I said, now, after hearing everything you've heard, if you could get him back, would you? She said, yes. I said, well, call him now. She said he's married. My point in bringing that up is this. You're saying that man might still have your protection. How would his wife feel about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that there, in my opinion, right? Like after 18 years or so, you have a bond with this person. Um, but at the same time, I can create again a standard for myself that that's not something that I'm willing to
I agree.
continue in because right, like from my standpoint, somebody who cheats, and so you saying he done cheated 3 times. Now I found out every time he goes out, it's just gonna be that element there.
Not if you say I'm using this
A lack of
Negro, he gonna
trust.
get me past the finish line.
Well, this is the thing, right? So when you say using, then he has to be at the table already 100% correct. So he can't not be doing fully, all of his job in terms of providership and all of those things. So you coming to the table halfway and you cheating. Please, now I do understand, right? Like when you saying using, am I using from a standpoint of being kept and taken care of, or am I
Yes.
using just for the standpoint of protection?
Just a man comes with so much more than protection. You are
Yeah.
you I can't even I can't get it all out. Like in today's society, they associate a man with protector provider. A man comes with so much more than that. They have studies that show single women go buy a pair of boots from Walmart, rub them in the dirt, things like that, and sit them. A man's worker boots, probably size 9 and up. Sit them on your front porch. They said that alone is deterrent enough to deter a would-be predator. Just the mere presence of a man. So I think the balance of scales. Sometimes it's better if we do this. Weigh the pros and cons, right? Because I believe this. I'm gonna get that for you. I'm gonna get that. ZF, you can. ZF, go ahead and do your thing.
All right, so, ma'am, this is not directed to you. I'm a moderator. I'm just here to do a mod break. That's it. Everybody, we are 20K likes behind schedule. We should be at 50 right now, and that's why the comments are off. Tap the screen, fill up the like bar. Likes are free. Float them hearts. And when we get to 50K, I will turn the comments back on. Until then, y'all can ninja watch. I don't give a fuck.
Dang it.
And when the comments come back on, watch yourself. Disagreement is okay. But if you get disrespectful, I will mute you. I don't have to get permission to do it. I just be doing that shit all willy-nilly and wild. Anytime I feel like it, get disrespectful, you can ninja watch while everybody else gets to comment.
He said I just be doing it.
Stacy can't stop me.
He said I just be going nilly-willy.
Hey, get on my nerves, you get muted. It is what it is. This is everybody's warning. I usually put warnings in the comments, but I've already muted 3 people today. My record is 5. I'm out to break that bitch. So,
El Malik, salute. Hey, listen, no doubt about it. Shout out to Brian McKnight on his recent victory. I think Brian McKnight just won $8 million.
Yeah. But so when we come back, watch your comments, but I will not turn the comments back on until we get to 50K. Rest in peace, D'Angelo.
Yeah, that's real talk, too. That's real talk. Hey, listen, I don't want either of you. I just got to try this. Don't go nowhere. Please let me find this.
All right, so while Stacy's gone, the dude who said that about going door to door, he's actually from LA. I invited him out to the Inland Empire to come knock on my door because it was going to be the last one, I promise you.
I got it. I got it.
Look, y'all can sit there and say, you know, you don't need protection and this, that, and the third. Cool. But my wife and daughter are very protected. And trust me, you knock on my door, it's going to be the last one you knock on.
Okay, now I found it.
In the story.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this just for Miss K. I want you. And see, ZF, that's what we talk about often. Like women, they typically don't have I won't even say information because it's not like men sit around and talk about it all day. We just know certain things like this. Men feel the air. We're visionaries. God give us vision so we can scan the universe for oncoming threats and then assess what to do. We just know these things. Now, I want to show you something, Miss K. I want to show you something. I was able to find it. Come on. I'm going to turn the screen around just so you can. I'm going to do this just to make sure. ZF.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go.
When Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I lost it. I was extremely emotional. Mr. President, I implore you, call for a civil war. Call for a civil war and let us do our thing. Let us go door to door, street by street, and clean this country.
See, men, we all knew what he meant by that. Because we've all been preparing for it. Like we've always known the high level possibility of this. It's been talked about amongst men since I've been alive. Let us call for a civil war. Let us go door to door and do our thing. What do you mean? What do you think do our thing meant?
I let social media and my emotions get the better of me, and I made a video talking about civil war. I posted a video the next day asking the president to call for civil war. Let's try to get this video in front of Donald Trump, in front of President Trump, excuse me. Sir, you took the same oath as millions of veterans in this country, over 13 million veterans in this country, most of whom are conservative. We took the same oath to defend our country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. These leftists are our enemies. This is no longer left versus right. This is good versus evil. You have, give or take, 3 years left. If you call for a civil war, the conservative veterans in this country will take our country back from the evil left. You know, I fucked up. I shouldn't have never posted it. I don't want a civil war.
Now, here goes the weird part. Here goes the weird part. It wasn't just him. It wasn't just him. And listen, I'm not talking directly to you, Miss K. We've been doing this. We've been saying the same thing over and over. A lot of women came to understand what we were saying, but this isn't a joke. Like at this point, before I allow myself, and I'm 6'3.5", 240. Before I allow myself to do this life thing alone, ma'am, I would marry a stripper. Do you know how we're talking about investments now? I saw a woman. I've told them about this. Shout out to my people over here, Sway Houston, up in this mother, supporting the show. I appreciate you. I saw a woman in downtown LA. This woman had to be 80 years old. She had to be. You know, the small shopping carts where you can only go and you can, a compact shopping cart. The first thing that hit me was What did this woman do in life to where she has to move like this at this age by herself? I looked at her, and the first word that came to my mind was life torture. I saw her that day. We know that that's not the only time that she's walking back and forth to the Vons with that little. This woman, listen, her back was hunched over like that. You think I'm going to let myself go out like that? And my point is, it's something that people need to be thinking about right now. Like, men, I'm going to be honest. Men, we have limitless options. I know at least 5 women I can call and propose to right now. And the first thing they'll do is, "Are you serious, Stacy? Don't be playing with me." And these are upper level women. Women don't have that ability. This is why this to be honest, you may not see it, but this show, a large portion of it is looking out for women. Like, we know women are more emotional than logical. And oftentimes, like that woman, listen, that woman told me, she said, I asked her, I said, outside of the cheating, is he a good man? He's an amazing man. I said, did he help you with the bills? She said, I've never seen a bill. I said, did he ever put his hands on you? She said, no, he wouldn't do something like that. I said, so cheating caused you to throw away a man that sounds like a lottery ticket? She said, yes. And after I got done talking to her, I said, if you could, would you take that man back right now? She said, yes. I said, well, call him after the show. She said, he's married. She's going to have to live with that for the rest of her life.
And I do think that's the difference, though, right? Like the way that you set that up in terms of him being a good man and fulfilling all of those things that you identify, and he messed up cheating. Okay, like I get that. But if you are not coming to the table in that way, and you got the the nerve to cheat, yeah, I mean,
Let me ask you this. Sometimes do you enjoy just sparking conversation with your dude just for no reason at all?
yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I don't know. It don't even sound like you in a good relationship. She said,
Well, and that's the thing, right? So I'm probably not the right person.
Right. Okay. I get where you're coming from now. I get where you're coming from now.
You know what I mean? Because my situation, livelihood.
I see where you're coming from now.
And so, yeah.
So listen, why are you still staying in it then?
As not. I'm not.
Got you.
I'm not. And it was not from cheating.
Just can't get it to work.
Oh no, it's because he put my entire livelihood at risk.
Right.
He got involved in some things.
Right.
I'm out of town, and I think we got. But I was out of town, and some things popped off, and so I mean, he virtually forced my hand.
Right. If it's something that has can pose itself to a detriment to your life outcome, then that's different.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, real talk. So in that scenario, it's like you know, yeah, he didn't care, and I do respect what you're saying in terms of, right? Do you just abandon a relationship from, someone cheating? I wouldn't necessarily say, yeah, right off the bat, right? I wouldn't, but
would you consider him a liability?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't advise that.
Absolutely. I mean,
you gotta be an asset.
Yeah, you got to be an asset.
Yeah. So that's the real talk of this conversation is.
But you see where it's applicable in most other situations.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. You know what I mean? If the man that you're with is whole, right, and he's bringing those things to the table, and he cheats. I mean, you don't know what you'll do when you're faced in a situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But once your livelihood is jeopardized,
I agree.
from somebody being stupid.
Even if you can call a person a liability, it's probably Yeah, we only have one life, and we can only afford certain mistakes. Certain mistakes can collapse a life. So
Daggone straight. Yes. So now that you done brought out my whole story.
so listen. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let's say that you guys are over tomorrow. How do you plan on moving and making yourself available for the ideal candidate after that?
I think I need some time to heal. In terms of, right, because I do have to look at myself in this scenario and say, how in the world did I not see this? You know, like, how was I oblivious to what was happening, you know, around or in my own home? So, yeah, I would need some time to just do some real self reflection and healing and, you know, all of that. I mean, I'll share with y'all. I mean, it's 42 people in here, but now I was out of town for work. I get a phone call that my house is being raided. Now, mind you, I'm not involved in any damn thing.
I'm wondering how you didn't see something like that taking place right under your nose.
I did not. So nothing. So according to like the detectives and all that, nothing actually took place at my home. But there was stuff found near my home.
You was messing with a younger. You was messing with a younger man.
No, he's older than me. He's 9 years older than me.
Whoa, so he a whole old ass Glocktavius.
Yeah. This nigga ain't never grew up. This is Peter Pan,
Right.
the boy who never grew up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Wait, real quick, ma'am, real quick. All right, so we are about 12K likes short of me turning the comments back on. That with all the people in here, that's like 300 likes per person, which don't take long. You can do 300 likes in a matter of 2 minutes.
Let's get it together,
So
people.
300 likes per person, and I will turn the comments back on. Go ahead, ma'am. I just needed to get that out.
Oh, no worries. No, I was just describing, you know, my scenario. And so, like to your point, you know, earlier with protection and all the things that a man brings, at the point you're in a situation that I was faced with, like there was no thought. There was just the action of you jeopardized my entire livelihood, my ability to take care of my children. You were sloppy. You brought things to my home.
This
And
individual
so,
you probably shouldn't have been dealing with in the first place.
speak
18
that.
years?
Yep.
I'm just now thinking about, hey, listen, she was messing with Scarface for 18 years and didn't know it. God, dog.
But you know what the thing is, right? Like to your point, I'm sorry I didn't hear you, but to your point about you know, not knowing, I absolutely did not know, but I do recognize he was someone that I should not have been with from the gate. And to some of your points about just staying and trying to make things work and, you know, all of that, I tried to do over this period of time. You know, I had young children, you know, and I really believe that this situation happened for me to have an element of escape out of that relationship.
Yeah,
And I
because you got to
say
worry
that,
about other things. You don't know who he's dealing with. That man might have the cartel come to your house. You don't
well,
even
this
know.
is the thing. So this situation happened um basically in 20, what's this, 20, it happened last year. And when I say I believe it happened to give me a path of escape is because all of that transpired, but he wound up getting off like nothing happened with him. So
And you haven't
um
left that man yet? You don't know if this man, you don't know if this man is an informant. You don't know what this man got going on.
Hush.
Serious.
I'm already done.
Yeah, you need to make sure that your life is safe, you know, because some things aren't
Yeah,
to be played with.
this happened in 24. I have not allowed him to to come back here
Oh,
at
okay,
all.
cool.
And yeah, so I'm handling,
Did y'all ever get married?
all of that. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, it
Yeah, we
makes
were
a little
married.
bit more sense now. Okay.
What part makes sense?
It makes sense. Like y'all, like, you know, married. It was a little bit weird if you were just staying with a guy for 18 years. You know what I mean?
No. I was married to this man.
Yeah, and it's harder to get divorced than to break up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh yeah. Yep. So anyway, that's why I can appreciate the stuff you're saying, but because right now I'm not in that space, in terms of just hanging on to a man who, to your point, is like a liability or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, that's a severe
Yeah.
liability. But I
Yeah.
definitely hope everything gets better for you. I want you to keep on paying attention to the show. You know what I mean? See if there's anything that we drop night regularly that pertains to your life that can help you get to a, you know, because this is what we do. This is what we talk about. We discuss how essential it is for men and women to be paired up together, especially in these times. Especially in these times, right? And the moves that single women should be making. You know what I mean?
Right.
I appreciate you for coming up.
Yep. Thank you.
You take care.
You too, babe.
Say good night to the bad guy.
Hey, that's one that, okay, she has a very valid point.
He sound like the world's oldest YN. I swear to God.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's nuts. But you know, we have some black men who are like that, though. You know what I mean? Peter, I call him Peter Pan from Neverland, the boy who never grew up.
Man, if you still running, if you still doing stuff like that
in your 50s,
after the age of 30, you know what I'm saying? After the age of 25, really.
Listen, people, I need 4 more people to support the show. Meet us our night quarter, people. Let's go. Let's go, YouTube.
That man, get the whole family caught up.
For real, man. I'm talking about, it could even get worse than that. You kidding me? Somebody come looking for something they done fronted you, and all kind of stuff come with that stuff.
Absolutely, because he sounded like he was reckless not only at home but in the street too. So,
YouTube, yeah, I need 4 people to support the show.
5.4 more 5.4 thousand more likes. So 5,400 likes, and the comments come back on. We getting there, y'all. We getting there.
Oh, but you know what? I definitely wanted this. When did you come to this understanding?
Years ago. And I discovered that if you, as a black man, if you want to be an active father in your children's lives, your children almost have to be mixed, because the black American woman will not allow you to be in your children's life. And the more you love that child, the more she's going to use the child against you.
Damn. This brother's up here dropping that ether. Have you witnessed this before in your immediate proximity, in your family's life and in friends' lives, things like that? The difficulty associated with it?
Absolutely. I have cousins, sisters. I've seen this behavior perpetuate itself throughout my entire lineage. And I respect everyone. I love everyone. You do whatever you want to do. But if you're a thinking black man, I don't think you can sit down and try to build with a black American woman. Maybe an African woman, maybe a Caribbean woman, Asian, Hispanic, but not a black woman, not a black American woman.
Damn it. Listen, you guys know me. If I were to try to give him some pushback, you guys would call me hypocrites, because you've heard me say everything that he's saying right now dozens and dozens of times. When you hear men like this displaying their contempt, there's a problem. There's a problem. If men view the women like this, where are we going to get the kids from? Because quality men won't lay down with women like this. So that means these women will only other options they'll have is to lay down with other broken men. And then what do you think comes out of that vahoo when a broken man lies down with a broken woman? You think a scholar comes out of that vagina? No. It's going to be the very individual who comes by and gun points one of us for our wallet.
I did notice that if an Asian wants a good black man, she can always find a good black man. Hispanics, whites, everyone seems to be able to find a good black man, except a black American woman. So I don't think the problem is necessarily the black man. I think the problem is that he has this senseless obsession with trying to focus on the black American woman. The black American woman has made it very clear that she does not stand with us. She does not.
Let me ask you something, ZF. Do you agree with him when he says the black American woman has made it very clear that she does not stand with us?
Generally, yes, with very few exceptions. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. With that being true, black men still need to pick better.
Oh, you know I stand on that. I tell y'all all the time. Stacey Prince don't have these problems with black women that y'all do, for real.
So, and I know plenty of dudes who don't. You know what I mean? We like the people I know and the people I call friends. We don't have these problems with women, period. So black men, we need to pick better. Like, yeah, with everything you said being true.
Brother
Generally.
El Malik, click the link. I just dropped a link down in the chat. If you click that link, it'll bring you up. But here's the thing, Zia. We both know that the men who keep connecting with these women, it's not the sensible men who were raised with their fathers. It's the other broken men, like the one who took Nipsey Hussle's life. You just got to think about it, man. Do you think that boy that took Nipsey Hussle's life was a man raised with his father? No. This man gave his life away. Did it in broad daylight. It's me or you, we would have been thinking of how we could do it and get away with it. See, and that's a great measurement of how messed up these individuals' minds are, depending on their geographic location, the ones born in O Block and things like that. Man, it's a wonder we don't see these people eating boogers in broad daylight, man. I used to tell my little brother this.
I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. But here's the thing. Like the dude in the first clip,
Roof
right?
Tahada. Like that. Roof
the
Tahada.
guy in the first clip with the mother of his daughter, he doesn't deserve a family. First clip. Because he picked that woman to have a kid with. And then won't even protect the kid from that woman. He doesn't deserve a family.
What are you talking about?
He's not qualified. If you won't protect your kid from anybody.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You talking about that with the yeah. I agree. But you can hear it in his voice though, man. He was a timid guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Absolutely. Like I'm not gonna sit there and act like we're not part of the problem. Now we're a smaller part of the problem.
But we can fix the problem if we get a little bit of help. We don't have any help. African American women refuse to see. They've been trained. They've been trained against us. African American women who accepted the Section 8 housing projects and things like that after the 1960s, it did damage to them. Just imagine this. Imagine being under the authority of our grandfathers for the longest. Look at Aisha Curry. Look at her. It's like she reminds me of the scenario I put together with our grandmothers. They're at home all day. Grandpa know when he at work, he know what she doing. He know what time she in the kitchen cooking the food. He know everything about her. She has a routine. Now imagine they come give them Section 8 housing projects. that freedom would be too overwhelming to resist, right? Now you got your own little spot. You can get busted down by as many dudes as you want. Now you got 3-4 children by 3-4 different men. And because you have 3-4 children by 3-4 different men, your dating value has tanked. So now the way that men are treating you now, you don't approve of it. They're treating you like a bust down, somebody that they just come through to have sex with. You don't like that. It's turning you into a, what it turned these women into, brother, is women who are pretty much the lower hanging fruit, right? But they don't like getting treated like the lower hanging fruit. So they become bitter, they become hurt, they become broken, and they pass that on down to their daughters. They even use the children as pawns with the fathers, just to hurt the fathers and things like that. Even fathers who are good fathers. And the cycle continues. Our young girl, listen, the first video that you were talking about, how do you think that girl is going to turn out? Get your motherfucking ass in this car. You don't talk to a kid like that.
I wish. I don't hope I wish.
For real. Listen, let me play a little bit more of this.
The way my who the fuck are you talking to is set up?
For real. When a broken man lies down with a broken woman, you think a scholar comes out of that vagina? No. It's going to be the very individual who comes by and gunpoints one of us for our wallet.
I did notice that if an Asian wants a good black man, she can always find a good black man. Hispanics, whites, everyone seems to be able to find a good black man, except a black American woman. So I don't think the problem is necessarily the black man. I think the problem is that he has this senseless obsession with trying to focus on the black American woman. The black American woman has made it very clear that she does not stand with us. She does not respect us. She does not love us. And we have to accept that. But we can build beautiful families just by going to women who appreciate us.
These people have not heard anything that is foreign to their ears. I think when I first started saying this, I have a show, and it is called African American Women Will Be Used as the Tool to Destroy America. In that show, we were talking about how these women are literally being utilized as the hands of the powers that be to move things where they want these things moved, like pawns, you know what I mean? The reason why you see people fighting so hard for African American women's votes is because they are the largest demographic of single women. Now, here's the thing with that. Women who aren't single, they have to check in with their husbands before they make significant moves. And they're a little bit more difficult to control when they have a husband. Just like studies show that women spend more than everybody, and when they're single, they spend even more. That's because a woman who is not under the authority of a man, I believe this. Now, this is going to be crazy even for you. I believe, turbulence, people. For those of you who aren't familiar with the show, when you hear that, I'm probably about to rock the boat a little bit. I believe as women come out of the vagina, they are innately bad people until they come up under the authority of a man.
Yes.
I believe that our grandmothers and our aunties, who everybody
Watch this
about, and I'm
Watch
talking about
this.
this amazing behavior, the what did we call it? Traditional women, this and that. I believe that they were that because of our grandfathers. If our grandfathers had not had such a tight leash on them and put their foots on those ladies' necks, I believe our grandmothers, a portion of our grandmothers and our aunties would have been hoes, bust downs, and ratchets had they been allowed to move how they wanted to.
I think that many of our grandmothers are precisely that. I found out that some of my uncles, sincerely, I found out that some of my uncles aren't even my grandpa's children. So even back then, my grandmother actively cheated on my grandfather with different men. My grandfather didn't know this. He raised these men like these were his own children. So I think black women have never really been loyal to black men.
I agree. Listen, I mean, once you start studying the nature, like the Bible is loaded with cautionary tales about a woman's behavior. Seriously. You guys have heard this over and over. Look at the damage. There's no coincidence that the largest demographic of single women in America has also been voted the most undesirable group of women on the entire planet to date. Has also been voted the most obese group of women in America. Have movies named after them, Angry Black Woman, because they're so far out of any type of structure or discipline. This is why our women are obese. They can't control themselves. They have no one to impress, really. So they're doing whatever they want to do. I don't believe men should be able to do just whatever they want to do. The Bible is loaded with structures that we are all supposed to abide by. Now, how crazy is it that men know that we're supposed to take orders and that we're supposed to be up under structure, but the weaker vessel, the women, get to roam free and just do whatever pops up in their head? Where do you think all of these children are coming from? African American women are averaging out annually 384,000 trips to the AB clinic a year. Now, that sounds like children just running around doing whatever they want to do. Here's what I thought. And this takes it even a little bit deeper. I thought that going to the clinic, in my head, and plus the movies we saw. What was that?
Hey, Stacy, I got a question.
Oh, hold on real quick, bro. No, that baby boy. Okay, that was different. But there was a movie. Like, I thought in my head that when women have to go to the AB clinic and get a fetus sucked out of them, I figured they'd be like, oh my God, it was so traumatizing. I never want to experience that again. That's what we think. We think that's supposed to be something you don't want to experience again. I forget what percentage. I think it's around 35% or 30 or 40% of the women who have had that done, it's their second one. They've had at least it done 2 times already. Like, you guys have turned this thing into like a form of birth control. You guys have turned the AB clinic, getting fetuses sucked out of you, into your version of condoms. Now, we know that by itself, that's got to be a form of mental illness. It's got to be. When you get okay going to the clinic and having that man stick them clamps inside of you, when that becomes normal and okay to you, you're mentally ill. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so black women are the 3rd largest demographic of women in the country, behind Hispanic women and white women. They're wanting to. So how is it that somebody with 2 groups of women ahead of them in population lead the country in trips to the AB clinic and children born at the same fucking time?
That's what I said.
Have all these kids and have enough and get your cheeks clapped enough to lead the nation in trips to the clinic.
Living a dysfunctional life. Living a dysfunctional life. Brother Malik. Brother Malik, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Brother Malik. El Malik. Hey, can Brother Malik.
Brother Malik. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Oh, he got a severe delay going on.
Sounds like his connection is horrible.
Hey, Brother Malik, can you hear me?
Brother. I'm not hearing anything.
I can hear him.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, Brother Malik, can you hear me, brother? Nope, I can't hear you, brother. Only through my TV. I'm not hearing anything.
You can turn off your
I
Bluetooth.
can see you, but I can't hear you. Hello?
All right, you got anything else for me, ZF?
Yeah, like to what the brother was saying in the clip, cheating is nothing new. It's nothing new. Remember the joke about the baby being the milkman's baby?
Brother Malik.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You know what? No.
You gotta turn your. What are you on? You gotta turn your TV off.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Nah, I'm not hearing anything.
Well, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. What'd you say, Zia?
The joke about the milkman, that's because women were cheating. A gainfully employed black man was coming to your black house every day while the husband was at work delivering milk.
Delivering milk.
The postman rings twice. That's a black and white movie about a woman cheating.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Right. So the whole thing was
basically ZF. They were just under more control back then. That's it.
Right. And they were in a marriage, so it didn't look off. Yeah, the baby don't look like you, but it don't look off because that's your wife, and your wife is pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But somehow they got it in their head that it's okay to come into a marriage with kids. And now that and when men aren't having it, now all of a sudden we this, we that, we ain't real men. And rainbow community and all this other stuff. And it's all a shaming tactic to get us to get men to basically cover up their mistakes.
Right.
Pay for their mistakes.
Hey, bro, it's a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise, bro. All right, ZF, I'm gonna try to do this call.
All right. Hey, be safe, stay dangerous.
You already know, my guy. Brother Rob, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, man, tell me how your night going, brother.
Man, my night is wonderful, man. I'm up here at my son's football game in Southern California, 13U football, Fontana.
West Coast?
West Coast? West Side? Hey, man, I just want to say, Brother Prince, man, it's a pleasure being on your show, man. I've been following you for a little while now, man, and it's good to have, a brother like yourself, man, bringing the real and opening eyes a particular way. I've been following you, and I don't follow just anybody, man, but you bring the real, man. We need more brothers like yourself, man.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate you. And I just want to say, man, that a lot of our problem is, like you said, it stemmed from from the late 60s, 70s, when they took all the steel mills. That's how Joe Jackson and them was able to take care of their families. And the mother was able to stay home and take care of the kids and bring them up and teach them and show them love accordingly, while the man was able to take care of them. Once the factories left, that left the man with no job. Then all of a sudden, wow, here comes welfare.
Yep.
Welfare wasn't for black women. It was for the woman in World War II when the man went off to war and they didn't have no one to support them. That's what that was for. But we jumped the bandwagon, as well as the feminist movement in the 1970s that was not meant for us as well. We were already struggling trying to stay together as a family. And when the sister decided she wanted to join that movement, it really tore up the family.
It tore
And
everything up, and we never rebounded from it.
we never rebounded, man. And the movie, I tell people, watch the movie Claudine with James Earl Jones and Diane Carroll.
I'm gonna have to check that out, man. I'm gonna have to check that
Yeah,
out.
yeah, it's about that, where the man had to hide from the social worker coming to to the house to check on the woman and see if she had anything new, and um, and it made us look weak as men because we had to hide from the powers that be in
Right.
order for that woman to get these, to keep them crumbs. I call them crumbs. That's what they are, crumbs. Keep them crumbs of money coming in. And then along, like you said, so this thing started to change really in the late 60s, early 70s. And then when I saw it for myself as a kid, and then when the crack epidemic came in the 80s, it was that was the icing on the cake.
Right. See, our
You know,
foundation had already been cracked. We didn't have families
correct.
anymore like that. So once that epidemic hit us, we were not strong enough to sustain it. If we had have still had
That's
families
right.
intact, it wouldn't have did as
That's
much
right.
damage to us. But it
That's
destroyed
right.
us. It's still
It destroyed
destroying
us.
us.
Yes, all the way into the 90s. All the way into the early 2000s. But it took a cease because we realized that if we get caught with this stuff, we're doing a lot of time. So a lot of brothers stopped doing that, and we started to recoup. But what came up out of that was the black woman saying, "We don't need you." I had a
Yep.
woman tell me one time, we was talking one day, and she said, "I don't need no black man." I said, "Why?" She said, "The white man's my husband." I said, "Why?" She said, "The white man's the one that gives me my welfare. He's the one that gives me my money. He's the one that gives me my Section 8." And I said, "Whoa."
That's
I
deep.
said, "Now multiply her by the millions."
No doubt about it. I mean, you got to understand, man. And here's the crazy part, man. The 1994 crime
And
bill.
we're getting ready to start the second half here.
It
The
was
score is
the
Lorenzo
greatest
Panthers 0 and
genocide
Newfound
committed
2 is
against
32.
black people, and black people held Bill Clinton
Got a nice
like he's
little
black, like
Yes,
he's something great that
high
happened.
school
right,
That
football
man
game on
destroyed.
Friday.
right.
Listen, that
It's gonna be
1994
Rancho
crime
versus
bill,
Etiwanda High
bro,
School.
they backed that thing with
That should
$90
be a
billion.
good game.
$9
If
billion of
that's
it was
Rancho, if you
allocated to
got nothing to
prisons,
do, go ahead
and it
and
wiped
support
us out.
Etiwanda
It wiped us
Lions.
out.
Yes,
Either one.
they called him the first black president. Come on, man. I'm
And
sorry,
he
man.
did more
Your
damage to
brothers
us
play
than
together.
any other president in history.
Yes, he signed off on the three-strike bill, and then years later he gonna apologize, say I'm sorry, I know what I did was wrong, but it's too late for the apology, man. The damage
Yeah.
has been done. The damage has been done. You got brothers up in there locked up for taking a pizza, three
Yeah.
strikes and you out.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Joe Biden, as a senator in the '90s, he signed off on that bill that gave any man that gave anybody that was caught with a certain amount of cocaine, especially crack, you was doing real time.
Yep.
So
Real time. 30, 40, 50
so
years, man.
40, 50 years. Okay, so this stuff, and then on top of that, they had the nerve to call us super predators.
Yeah. And hey, listen, the man who called us super predators, we turned around and voted for him.
We voted for him. And
We are messed up people, man. We are really, really damaged. We've been hurt. Listen, I did a show the other day. You might have seen it.
Mhm.
A lot of the damage, black people, we do some crazy things, especially our women. You see them all over social media doing stupid
Yeah,
stuff.
no
But
morals.
none. Black people, people don't understand that black people are the only group of people in America who do not know what peace feels like, to be left alone. We do not know what it feels like to be loved by your country. We do not know what it feels like to be protected by your country, right? We are a messed up group of people. And it's like Stockholm syndrome. This man called us super predators and said something needs to be done with this. He even said it doesn't matter
Yes.
if we're responsible for how they got the way they are. And we turned around and voted for him in mass numbers, man.
In mass numbers. And called him the first black president because he played the trumpet. Because he did what he did with Monica Lewinsky. I call him the smooth. I call Bill Clinton the smooth trade, the smooth slave master.
Yeah, he did his thing, man. He did his
He did his
thing.
thing, and I'm gonna say this, man, is that the only way that we as a people are going to get back to who we are, man, these programs are going to have to get cut out.
I agree 1,000%.
This government program, because it has empowered our women to look at us like we're nothing.
I agree. Well,
Okay.
340,000 plus. It's really around 400 something thousand now. Just lost their jobs to DEI. They're all on social media now, singing a different tune, man. See,
Yes, they are.
But here's the problem, brother. Here's the problem. They treated black men so badly throughout these last 50 years, where a lot of black men aren't willing to forgive them, don't want to take them back or anything. You know
We
what I'm
don't
saying?
trust them.
Yeah, you're guilty of treason. You're literally
Yes.
guilty of treason.
Yes.
Like, listen, imagine we take them back. How can you take somebody like that back and be willing to risk them doing something as horrific as what they did to us before? Like, what they did, we will never recover from that.
Yes.
We will never recover.
We can't
It'll
trust
take
you.
another 5 generations.
Yeah, we can't trust you. We don't know where you're coming from. I've talked to brothers, man, sleeping in their vans and sleeping in their cars, and I try to get their story, and they all tell me the same thing, that my woman kicked me out.
And
She
see,
kicked them
this
out.
is one thing about men. We may cheat or dibble around every once in a while, but we would never abandon our women, man.
We will never do our woman like that unless she is just absolutely trifling
I
and
agree.
sorry.
I agree. I mean, the studies show it. 80% of the
Yes.
time when we find divorce and things like that, the woman files the divorce. And if she's college educated, it goes up to 90%, right? Men,
Yeah.
we may do some little things that men, it ain't even just us. Since the beginning of time, kings,
Yes.
everybody, it's in a man's nature
Yes.
to occasionally fool around. I'm not justifying it,
Yes.
but what makes it even worse is if you destroy that family on top of what he did.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I cheat.
Yes.
And on top of my cheating, you destroy our family.
Well, even the Bible says that the sons plural of God was pleased with the daughters of man, and they mated with them. So that tells me that this is in our nature.
I mean, we
It's in our
haven't seen
nature.
it anywhere. We have seen no examples where it's not, even in the animal kingdom, man. Like, and I'm not justifying it. I'm saying
Really?
that
The
in the
lions.
event something like that happens, it does not make the situation of me cheating. Me cheating, you don't make it better by now you're paying rent over there. I'm paying rent over here. The kids
Yes, sir.
aren't seeing me every day. We're splitting up our
Yes, sir.
resources. That's crazy
Yes,
as
sir.
hell. Listen,
Yes,
hold
sir.
on.
Yes, sir.
Now you went out there on the dating highway. You got a Negro who likes touching children and you don't know it. Now he's in the house with my children.
You understand?
The whole
Come on,
thing
talk
gets
to me, man.
worse. You better off staying with me and dealing with my bullshit.
And dealing with, because I'm not going nowhere, and I'm gonna make sure home is taken care of. Okay, and then you women, when you single, ain't got no kids, you're out there, you're wild and living free. Okay, I can dig it. Okay, you're doing you're doing the nasty all the time, but as soon as you get 3 or 4 babies, now all of a sudden you want to clamp down.
Exactly.
You want a man making triple figures.
Now you know how to act.
You want a man making triple figures because you realize, I screwed up. I didn't get nothing going on in my life. So now I need a man to help take care of my kids. I don't want him chastising them, no, but I want him to
Right.
take care of my kids.
Miss K said it's almost like you're giving a pass for infidelity in marriage. No, I think it's wrong for a man to cheat. I think it's immoral. I think he's breaking the covenant. But what I'm saying is, on top of me cheating, you blow up our family, that doesn't make it better. Stick it through with me. See if we can work this out. See if you can't help me through this thing. Be praying for me like a righteous woman is supposed to be doing. Go to counseling with me. Now, if you see that I won't stop cheating, we should get separated before I bring your disease back. But you guys aren't doing that. To be honest, you guys cheat more than men, and the studies show that.
Yes, you do.
Men
Yes, you
all
do,
across
because
the nation are finding out that children that they've raised for 20 years aren't theirs.
Because you're not satisfied with who you got. You want more. Okay, let's take it even further. Arnold Schwarzenegger had a baby with his maid. Did his woman leave him?
Exactly.
See, don't get me started. You know, that's why, man.
That's why they do better than us, though, brother. That's why. Listen,
that's right.
It's not that white men don't cheat. It's not that Asian men don't cheat. It's not that Latino men don't cheat. It's how their women respond to it that puts them ahead of us.
Yes. Yes.
Our women got to show somebody, oh, he got a bitch fucked up. You got your ego come into play, and you blow up a whole family. While these people are bringing 2 checks up under one roof, and life is made easier on both of them. The kids get to be raised around the mother and father, which causes them to come out better. You blow our family up. Now my children are having a hard time in school, getting kicked out of school. The nigga that you got around them, we don't know that he likes to touch kids on the low.
That's right.
Worse. It's better if we attempt to stay together than if you go out and you try to do what you think is best.
Hell, did Captain Jackson leave Joe after she found out that he had outside kids? Okay.
Other groups just don't do it, bro. They don't do it.
You know, look at Shania. Okay, you seen that movie with Shania Lathan, where she was dating the CEO of a company, a white man, and his wife found out, and he met her, Shania Lathan, at the room and told her, "I know you're sleeping with my husband, but let me explain something to you. You'll never be me, and I'm not leaving my husband. You will be out of here before I leave."
Hey, and listen, other races, they play for the long haul of it. They play for the long haul of it.
That's right.
It's just something, man. And until we can get our women to see logic, we won't win. But here's the unfortunate part. A lot of African American men no longer want to date African American women. It's too hard. It's too hard,
man. It's too hard. It's too hard trying to build something with you, because you're steadily trying to show me that you're better than me.
Yeah.
If I wanted to talk rough and get rough with somebody, I got homeboys out there. For that. You ready to fight?
But see, they were raised like that, bro, and that's what the topic of tonight's show was called. Like, black women were not raised to be wives and mothers. They were raised to be independent women.
That's why I chimed in, brother. They were raised. No, you're absolutely right. They were raised to be independent women, and like I said, this is nothing new. It started, like the one brother said. My grandmother and them was doing dirt too. It's just that our grandfathers and them had more of a hold on things.
1000%, man. That's the only difference. What was in them, it was in them back then because the Bible speaks about a woman's nature. But our grandfathers had a hold on them. Black men were the only thing that could control black women, and the American government helped black women escape from black men. And now you see this chaos. You remember the movie? You remember the movie? What did he say? Release the Kraken.
Yes, Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. That was black women.
Yes.
Once she got released, bro. Once she got released.
Yeah.
Once once the American government helped black women escape from black men, look what they have become, brother.
But the cold thing. Here's the cold thing. The cold thing is that when you talk to some sisters with some knowledge, they know it. They know that this was deliberate, man. But you want your so-called independence so badly
Yeah,
to where you go along with the program,
I agree,
even if it means
1,000%.
destroying the family.
I agree. See, what you're asking these women to do, you're asking the genie to go back inside the lamp, and it's over for that. It's over for that.
You
You
open a
gonna give me
Pandora's box,
you
baby.
telling me that I have my own house and I can have a ninja over there every night of the week getting my back blew out. I can even have 3 over at one time. I can do what I want to, and you asking me to give all of that up and go back to
You
being a good
crazy.
wife.
Right. You crazy.
Listen, it's
You
like
crazy.
going up in the candy store and telling all the kids, now y'all come on up out of there. Now it's time for y'all to go home. Not
Hey,
happening, man.
hey, hey. That's like telling hey man, it's the same thing I said. That's like telling a druggie that there's a bunch of drugs on the table, telling them this there, but don't touch it.
Yeah, man, that's not, and see, it's very unfortunate that what we're saying, it has a little bit of humor to it, but it's true, man. These
But it's
women will
true.
not listen, even though they know to be up under men's structure creates better life outcomes. They view it as less fun because listen, a lot of these girls are going out every night getting drunk just as much as men are. They get a phone call from their girls, girl, let's go to the bar, let's go have some drinks. They're having sex just as often as men are. They're doing whatever they want to do, man. And even
They're
though,
doing it more.
yeah,
They're doing it more.
but here's the crazy part: when they hit the wall, when they got those 3 children by 3 different men,
Yep.
when they weigh 224 pounds now, when that stomach looks like a wet paper bag due to all of those children she's had, now all of a sudden you looking for a good man. Are you out of your damn
You want to
mind?
settle down.
Are you crazy?
You're used and abused, baby. Your value has went from
Yeah.
you went from a diamond to a diamond zirconia, baby.
Listen. And the crazy part is they don't acknowledge that now that your value has to drop, that now that your value has dropped, you only qualify for a lower value man.
That's right. That's
The
right.
Negro that's gonna probably put hands on you. The Negro who needs
That's
to
right.
borrow money. Hey, babe, let me drop you off at work, babe, so I can use the car I got. This is who you qualify
Ooh.
for, baby
Ooh.
boy. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming up rocking with me, man.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. Pleasure's been all mine, brother
You
Prince.
already know. We're gonna do it again,
Yes,
man.
man. Yes, sir, man. Continue your wonderful show, man.
You already know, bro. Miss Roof up in this situation. I appreciate the sub. All right, people, we got to get up out of here. We 30 minutes past our threshold, and we did not meet our listen, people. We've been. I don't. AD over here sending the show support. What's going on, brother? Would you rather date a single mother of one or a woman who has been divorced twice with no kids? Would you rather date a single mother of one or a woman who has been divorced twice with no kids? Or who has more value? There's not enough information provided. There is not enough information provided. The woman who has no kids, did she get divorced because she likes to beat on men? Did she get divorced because she touches children? What's the scenario? Even though when a person has been divorced twice, I think it decreases the likelihood of success in their next marriage up to 60% or 50%. The no kids thing is a plus. It's just a plus. I'm telling you, it's just a plus. What? We did not meet our $50 a night goal, people. Where are my show supporters at? You can hit us at the Cash App at The Real Stacey Prince or the YouTube. Rock with us like we rock with you, people. We have been up here for 2.5 hours. This is the hottest show online. We literally save lives up in this mother effer. We need 4 people to top us off over here, people. Or 8 people to contribute $5 to the Cash App or the YouTube or the TikTok, however you want to do it. Cash App, The Real Stacey Prince. You heard what Sydney said. Let's meet the goal, people. Hottest show online, people. If you don't believe me, show support to the show, people. Boy. ZF. Come on, I can't pin that.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
Hey, ZF, I need you to take that pen down. Okay, well, I guess they won't let you pin Cash Apps up there. Super Slim up in this mother. Let's go, people. Let's meet our nightly show goal. We need 8 people to contribute $5 or 4 people to contribute 10. Let's go. Might be a long night. Cash App at the real Stacy Prince. Oh, okay, I feel that, ZF. I figured that. Hey, listen, and I don't even want people to think that we promote men cheating up here. I don't even want people to think that. What I'm saying is, on top of my bad behavior, you destroying the foundation that we already have built is worse. It doesn't make it better. It makes it worse. When you include the studies that show how kids who grow up without their father turn out. And the thing is this. We know that most of it is ego driven because you don't believe that it's best for the children to grow up without me in the same house with them. You don't believe that. You can't be doing it for the kids. You can't be doing it because you think it's the best thing to do. You're doing it because of how you feel. That's why you're dissolving our relationship. You're doing it because you can't get over it and things like that. But the situation gets inherently worse for the woman. It is harder for a single woman out there on the dating highway than it is for men. Men are likely going to find somebody to be with and have a happy relationship. Women, on the other hand, they are going to go through hell before they find that ideal situation, if they ever find it. You have to hope that the guy who you do partner up with doesn't like looking at your daughter. It's just a worse deal all around. We look at this that we have. Look at this. There's nothing good about what this turned out to be. DY. At this point, the only option we have left is sacrificing some pride, some ego. At this point, this thing has to start looking like an investment. Yeah, my feelings are hurt, this and that happened, but I'm going to see what happens if we do the opposite of what we've been doing. We don't have to wonder. Our grandmothers did it. Our grandfathers dibbled around, but they stayed with them. And as a result, we had family reunions that were 150 people deep. We had properties being passed down. There is no more of that. There is no more of that because there's single parent moms without the family. The homes are getting repoed and everything. African American women lead in foreclosures or in evictions. They lead in evictions. One thing that we know, this thing is not the better way. I wish a nigga would. It's not. It has proven not to be the better way. It has proved to be catastrophic. No other group of people want what they see taking place in the black community. The deterioration of a race. Listen, you hear Super Slim. Super Slim said, yeah, and Grandpa took care of the milkman's children. See, what we're not going to do is act like you guys haven't dished out just like you've received. You've dished out. Let's do it like this, since you guys don't understand me. Turbulence, people. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, when you hear that, I'm probably about to rock the boat a little bit, make some people uncomfortable. For those of you who don't know why it's worse when a woman cheats than when a man cheats, men think about things like this. I'm almost about to vomit even thinking about it. Men think about things like this. Some stranger of a man nutting inside of your vajayjay and me coming home later that night, sticking myself inside of you, poking in and out of you, dibbing in and out of that man's semen that's already in you. Ugh. That's what's taking place. Why do you think there's confusion that whose child it is? Because 2 or 3 men nutted in you around the same point of time. Ugh. And that's why you hear about some people going to prison. A man, however, if I cheat on you, all I have to do is strap on the condom. And it's like I never even touched that woman. Even those of you who say, what about when a man wears a condom on you? You still get dilated. You get stretched open. You're not the same. There is no way that a woman can have sex with a man and not be affected physically. There's just no way. But it's the exact opposite for a man. There's women we have touched. We don't even remember them. We don't even remember them. We weren't impacted in the least. You, however, your body remembers that individual. And Lord forbid we're talking about unprotected. Appreciate it, Ben. Listen, imagine a woman having some pudding just sitting in her cavity. And this is your woman. So you go down on her. This is why some of you lose your lives when people find out about that. We think about things like that. A man has busted a wad off in you. And you bring your funky ass home, don't know that I'm horny as heck. Now here me and you go. Now I'm going down on you and another man that just busted a wad off in you. You will lose your life. You will lose your life. Listen, that's why some people say that I'm a victim blamer. Kay said the women you're talking about have no self-respect. That's the majority of them. It's the culture that they've fallen for. It's a norm for them. It's not a big deal. They literally subscribe it to the whole culture. They have no problem saying it out loud. They have no problem saying it out loud. All right, people, we about to get up out of here. We about to get on up out of here.